What if the man who loved you the most had nothing to give but wisdom, and the man who gave you everything forgot to give you love? Two fathers, one destiny. One teaches survival, the other teaches success. But in the end, which one truly raised the man? Poor dad, rich dad. In the quiet streets of Coal City, Enugu, lived a young boy named Kene, a dreamer with the heart of a lion and the confusion of a child raised between two completely different worlds. His biological father, Mr. Okori, was a secondary school teacher, a man of chalk-stained shirts, thin wallets, and big wisdom. People called him Poor Dad, not because he lacked sense, but because poverty followed him like a shadow. But Kene also had another father figure, his godfather, Chief Ugochu Okafor, a wealthy businessman with sprawling estates, bodyguards, cars that glittered like diamonds, and a booming voice that commanded respect. He was Kene's rich dad, and so the story begins. Every morning, Poor Dad walked Kene to school. "Now, Ma," he would say, adjusting his cracking glasses, "knowledge is the one thing nobody can steal from you." In the evenings, Rich Dad's driver would arrive to take Kene to their mansion. Chief Okafor would pat his shoulder and say, "My boy, in this life money answers all things. Don't let anybody deceive you." Two men, two philosophies. And Kene? He was stuck in the middle. Poor Dad taught Kene humility, integrity, patience, prayer, value of education. He told him stories of how he once dreamt of becoming a doctor, but life pushed him into teaching. Even with his struggles, he never failed to smile. But one day, Kene found him sitting in darkness because he couldn't afford electricity recharge. That night, Kene cried silently. Poverty was real, painful, unforgiving. Rich Dad taught Kene investment risks, confidence, influence, opportunity. He showed him real estate, business deals, and the power of negotiation. But behind the mansion walls was another truth. Chief had enemies. Money brought comfort, but also danger. When Kene turned 17, tragedy struck. Poor Dad collapsed in class after warning the school about unpaid teacher salaries. The hospital demanded a deposit. Nobody could help. Rich Dad was abroad. Poor Dad died that night, not because of sickness, but because of a system that failed him. Kene wept like never before. The man who had nothing had given him everything money couldn't buy. Months later, Rich Dad returned, but his business was under investigation. Old enemies resurfaced. A single leaked scandal almost destroyed his reputation. In his moment of vulnerability, Chief broke down in front of Kene. For the first time, the rich man looked poor, not in money, but in spirit. Armed with Poor Dad's integrity and Rich Dad's strategy, Kene stepped up. He began fixing Chief's business problems with honesty and smart decisions. Slowly, the tides turned. The empire stabilized. Chief looked at him and said, "Your father may have been poor, but he made you rich where it matters." At Poor Dad's grave, Kene stood between two worlds. He whispered, "I am the man I am because of both of you. One taught me how to live. The other taught me how to succeed." He vowed to build a foundation for struggling teachers in memory of his poor father, and he vowed to run Chief's estate with integrity. Kene became a blend of the two men, wise like a teacher, bold like a businessman. He proved that you don't have to choose between principles and prosperity. You can carry both. The end. Subscribe, like, and share.